I'm live.
Okay.
You live? You live?
Okay, hold on. Y'all go ahead and hit y'all live.
I'm live.
Okay, let me hit this. Go live.
Go live. We going
You
live.
can probably hit the other light, that third light. You ain't there.
Wrong way up there.
I'm not blocking the camera. No,
Turn
no,
it
sir,
up a
no,
little
sir.
bit, so it
Possible.
like this way.
Okay, you're live.
Just tilt it. Yeah. This way.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm live.
See that?
The water.
Yeah.
Did you go live already?
Yeah, I'm live.
Are you good?
I'm good.
You good?
Always possible.
Live?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'm good.
Whatever. I know Benji got
Okay.
something.
Kind, I can see it now. It popped up on my screen. Hey, shalom. We are the brothers of the. I said our ringers off. Turn them shits off. I don't want to hear no beats and that shit happen. A whole last sit down. Right? Okay, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, and first and foremost, we would like to give praise to all praises and glory and honor be unto
Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakorash.
double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers that do this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so. Now more so than ever, the would-be judges, the 144,000, the tabernacle of David, ordained to be the ruling class people and the ruling class government here on earth under the authority of who the world fraudulently and falsely calls JC. His name is Yahushua. Always was, always will be. Right, and to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black-only thing. Right, and to the few aquas that are listening and learning, we say shalom. All right? Yeah, so we're the brothers of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. We have an honorary guest, one of the elder apostles himself, Apostle Ricard's among us. We're blessed. And we're just going to jump right in on this thing. And
man, say one thing.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna lay back on something you just said. We got to start pushing that more too. What you just said, and I love that, man.
I start every lesson that way now.
What you said with the tribe, like with the tribes or Israel, period. Not every, well, Apostle Gabar said it as well, many years ago. He said, "Yeah, you guys think everybody going to these other knuckleheads back then. So you guys think every Israel gonna come in here looking like John Shaft."
That's right.
Right.
I remember that.
Right.
Some of you younger brothers wouldn't know who Shaft is, right? But whatever, my man, Richard Roundtree. But like,
Samuel Jackson.
yeah, I bring up somebody. Well,
Yeah, if you think Sam Jackson is Shaft, you
Yeah, he's
I
like
don't know
it.
that Shaft.
That is
No.
Shaft.
No, he was a bootleg version of it.
Yeah.
It was good. The
He was
movie was
good, though. I'm
good.
saying he
But
pulled
he
it
ain't
off.
Shaft. That's why they had to throw. Well, you know, we back to the point. But that's why they had to throw my man Richard Roundtree in the movie.
Yeah.
And the grandfather.
Exactly.
They had to put him in there to validate.
Changing of the God.
Yeah, changing of the God. And then well, Wesley Snipes. Like, dudes think every Israelite gonna come looking like Wesley Snipes. Every Israelite woman gonna come looking like Angela Bassett or whatever. Or, you know what I mean? No, man. Israelites are gonna come looking all kind of ways. You can tell by the spirit.
Including like our worst enemy.
Absolutely.
You know, now it's funny that people that talk like that, we'll get back on it. They never acknowledge when it's the other way around. When somebody is chocolate dark as hell but got an Edomite father.
Con.
They don't. But anyway, the hell with them niggas. But yeah, I open up like that.
I love
It's
it.
about the scattered elect as well.
Let me ask you a quick question too. Case in point, I'm glad you said that, right? I'm gonna ask y'all, how spiritual you guys are. Bob Marley. Was Bob Marley an Israelite or no?
Absolutely.
Now, supposedly his father was a white man.
And I've seen
But I looked at his dad.
I was on the islands and went to his house.
Wow.
I did the tour and went to his house, saw the images of his father.
Yeah.
But I also know that Bob had too much spirit. He had too much rhythm. He didn't have a spirit of Edomite.
God.
Edom, now I tell you who is the Edomite, is Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah.
All right?
Right.
And that, because there's a huge difference, even though they both have supposedly white fathers,
Yeah.
the spirit and
can
the
see
two
that.
of them are different.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Right? Lenny is just a light
Valley
brown.
boy.
He's just a light brown Edomite.
I never really liked him anyway.
Yeah, so, and that's the reason why.
I wanna get away.
Valley
Yeah,
boy.
that was the reason why
Edomite bitches love him, right? Because they think he's,
Yeah, they can relate to it. They can relate to the spirit that's on them.
Hey, Elder, the brother you inquire, he also mentioned the Barge family.
Yeah.
Oh, the rest of the
Oh, they straight Jacob.
They
What?
100% yeah.
Completeness.
Yeah, because they father, he look like Edomite, you know what I'm saying? But, oh man, come on, bro. I'm still bumping that shit right
You
now.
can't tell me the Barge
Hell,
ain't
man.
Jakes. Those are Israelites.
Israelites, bro.
That's the best
See,
love they
because
can
what you gotta
do.
understand, see, this is the thing. I was talking to somebody recently about this. Israel, well, the man is not of the woman is of the man, as the scriptures say, right?
Yeah.
The spirit, man, like bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Lord.
Right.
So you know certain people that are Israelites by their spirit.
That's right.
Because ain't none of us in this room, excuse me, none of us in this room got some fucking documents
Exactly.
going back 2,000 years.
Hey,
Right.
you try the spirit by the spirit.
Well, that exactly. So we don't see, but a lot of people are not spiritual, and Esau, this devil. You got something?
Yeah,
Read
I'll
it.
wait till you finish.
No, none of us, like the average Jake out here. Well, nowadays anyway, don't even know who their daddy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a terrible deal, man.
And his mama was a hoe.
Yeah, because their mamas was
The
hoes.
mama was, baby. If you don't know who your father is,
That's terrible.
that really falls on your mother.
That's it.
Hey, you said something years ago where you talked about how this Western Asian individual had told somebody he felt for his mother or some shit like that because
That was a video.
okay,
It was a Elamite was arguing with a white boy,
right,
and they were having Elamite. So the Elamite and the white boy was having words back and forth, and the Elamite, and this was during the video was from it was one of the wars was going on over there, and he was talking about, I hope we bomb the shit out you. And he's like, dummy, I'm from India.
Right.
He didn't even know the difference between someone that's from Central Asia and someone that's from Western Asia.
right,
All right. So Esau is not smart, and so the Elamite said, and so he start challenging him to fight and all this other shit, and the Edomite was saying, well, if you was a man, you do this and that and the other. He said, a man. He said, if you was a man, he said, you just mad. He said, if you was a man, you'd stay here, not leave. He said, matter of fact, he said, if your father was the only man your mother ever had sex with, you'd be a man and you'd stay here. And the Edomite just got enraged. He turned like 9 shades of red because what he said was an insult at the whole nother level. Because what he's saying, you come from a culture where different men fuck your mom before your dad did.
That's right, brother.
Wow. That's
And he's like, I come from a culture. My mother was never, penetrated
Promiscuous.
by other men. My mother was
Wow.
only penetrated by my father, but your mother,
right.
but you, right?
You know something?
You came from a whore that all kinds of men in college shot their loads out her mouth
God,
and
yeah.
inside her body and on her back
So
and in her face.
your
And I got it. I understood. And the
I understand
Edomite,
that.
and the Edomite was destroyed.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to talk after that.
Everything is vibrations, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
I love
bro,
that story.
one thing, and I want you to read that scripture real quick. Y'all go into whatever lesson y'all gonna go into, but this is edification. Like I told you, brothers, man, lately, speaking for myself, in the past 3-4 years, whatever, man, I've been learning to be more spiritual, man. But it's the Lord, and I sit there sometimes, and you ponder on the scriptures, and you just look at shit. When you come up on higher levels, when the spirit starts supping with you and shit like that, you brothers have experienced this, man. You start looking at the world differently, man.
That's right, brother.
You start looking at things, bro. Real talk. I mean, I get angry, you know, but that's that righteous indignation of the Lord, right? Even with these fucking Edomites, right?
Right.
Of course, we want to get our hands on them, but I'm not even that angry at Esau no more.
He is who he is.
Even these niggas, like I get on Jake, but then there's certain days where it's like, you know what, man?
Fuck him.
You ain't even supposed to be mad, bro. Everything was going according to plan.
Right.
And on this earth, like the elder Malcolm was just talking about, right, with the altercation between them two dudes, right? As far as that goes with the woman thing, the reason, and we had spoke on this, man, this is like last year, a year and a half ago out in Dallas. We was at the camp one night, and it was these two jakes, you know, little young pookies with the dreadlocks, right?
Right.
And you know, Spirit got on me because that's something that just make me angry. I can't stand them motherfuckers, right? You know, I'm talking the 2/3. I just don't like them.
2 turds.
Right? 2/3, whatever, right? But anyways, Spirit, for that night, the Spirit got on me. Usually I have anger toward them niggas when I see them. You know, never see a nigga with dreadlocks, little linky nigga. Oh, I twist this little nigga's head off. Right? But then, you know, that night, and even now, when I see them, I kind of pity them. If y'all can get where I'm coming from. I kind of almost feel sorry for them little mother effers.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, you know, you got to put yourself in there. These dudes, these little dudes out here, man, the fact that you got the footage, all these little niggas, can you blame them for being the way they are? You dig what I'm saying? Like, they lost.
Yeah, look at them.
They lost souls, man. I'm sorry, Papa.
No, you're right. Go ahead.
These little niggas are lost souls, right? They running around out here like the elder just got done going into that hole when he said they don't know who their daddy is. Can you imagine, man, not knowing who your father is? And then you got as you, and then you got all the brothers in this room. We're all siblings. you growing up in a house with your brother and your brother and your brother and your sister and your sister.
And all y'all got different daddies.
All we know is that we know we ain't got the same daddy. Hold your peace. Hold your peace. That's how I'm just fucking with you, brother.
I was just gonna say
I had to slide that in.
that's what happened in my household. I'm the youngest of my mother on my mother's side, but we all have different fathers.
Yeah.
On my mom's side.
And I'm glad you spoke, bro. But you know, before I continue, I'm glad you spoke. With that being said, right, everything that I was saying, with that being said, that don't mean because of a brother, you got brothers that don't know who they father. I'm talking about brothers in the truth.
Yeah.
True,
I'm talking about brothers in the truth. There's brothers amongst us that don't know because they're under the curses, man.
That's the curse.
So you brothers, man, you grew up in the fucked up. Well, hold on, bro. I grew up in a similar. I know who my father is. I knew my father. I knew my grandfather. You know what I mean? I grew up with them. But you know, as far as my mother, my father left her ass when I was 3. But my father and my grandparents are still in my life. But my mother remarried and she remarried again. So I can relate to that too.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, growing up around my mama, 3 other half brothers, like, you know, these women are out of order, man.
That's right. Yeah.
But it all go back to the white man.
That's right. And I got 2 brothers I don't know and 2 sisters because my daddy died before I was born, and my mother never pushed me to meet that side of the family.
Con. So, hey, brother, well, that's the spirit. Hey, man, don't, you heard me saying what I was saying. You heard what the elder Malcolm said, but hey, man, don't feel no kind of way like I don't want, like, don't be like, man, that means maybe I might not be right or something. No. Fuck that. No, that don't mean that.
That adulterous generation.
The Lord said we was going to be a part of.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
That's all that means.
And that goes to show you just how fucked up the society is.
Yeah.
And that the children of Israel are under those sort of circumstances.
Yeah. My mom was. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say that my mom's mom had 5 children, all 5 different baby daddies, and my mama was the one who didn't know who her daddy was. She never met her daddy ever. All the other 4 met their individual daddies. You know what I'm saying? So what you just said, that was my mom.
This is important, man. Hey, Slocky, man, I'm gonna shut up and let y'all get into whatever lesson the Spirit gonna lead y'all into. But you gotta understand, man. I want y'all to understand. Sometimes you gotta roll in the Spirit, man. Remember, the scripture said the Spirit is like the wind.
Yep.
And remember, Yahushua also said this: "Take no thought of what ye shall say, or take no script, for it will be given you in that same hour where ye ought to speak."
That's right.
Here it is, right here in this very room. We got brothers that been through that, like you know, hey man,
Part of their testimony. Part of their testimony.
You gave your testimony, brother. I'm always giving testimony. The Spirit beyond me to sometimes I got a vent, man. Sometimes other brothers got a vent. These are things that brothers need to hear sometimes.
Right.
And then y'all filming, so you got brothers out there, man.
They need
The
to
congregation.
Yeah. That's why, like I said, somebody get that scripture. Oh, you adulterous generation.
Come
The
on.
Lord was speaking to Israel because that's the condition that we're in. You all right? My oldest sister, and I love my oldest sister, but my oldest sister has a different father from the rest of us.
Come on.
Her father died when she was 2 years old, and then my mother linked back up with my father, who was her childhood sweetheart. You know, when they were young, and then she left, came here to Chicago. My father came here looking for her.
Wow.
But when he found her, she had a 2-year-old. You know, and her dad was dead, so he, you know, married her, and here I am.
That was his
All
woman.
right. So technically, yeah. But the point is though is that the average Jake that is born today, their mother has been with all kinds of men before. So basically, well, you know, we have our children, and our children came forth out of polluted women.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. It says right. What did that? Did we read Jeremiah 3 in the last lesson?
Yes.
All right. How did we get back here? Right.
It's like in one
Spirit
house,
brought it back.
in one household, you got all 12 tribes.
And, you know,
They fight each other.
And my cousin, bless him, he's probably watching right now. My aunt did that shit. All right. My mother's sister did that shit. She had my oldest cousin. All right. When I was little, I was very close to her, and we were close. She was a lot older than me, but I was close to my oldest cousin. All right, but it turns out she's the demon of the family. Wow. As pretty as she was the worst one. All right, and then so my aunt had her first, and her and my oldest sister, like my oldest sister would be the oldest of all the but she and my oldest cousin, they were close, born the same year. All right, my sister's a few months older than her. Then my aunt turned around and had her next daughter, whom I didn't even learn about her until I was 30 years old. All right. So and she had my second cousin, the second of her children. All right. Because my mother only had 4. Me and my 3 sisters, my oldest sister and then me. Actually 5. I had a brother, but he didn't make it. All right. So anyway, then she gave her second child away when my mother and my grandmother begged her not to. My mother and my mother was the mother of all of us, including my cousins. At some point, most of my cousins stayed with us. All right, my mother raised us all. All right, because my cousin is watching, Shalom, bro. I know he watching. But he when my mother passed, he came and hugged me and said my mother died too, because she was a mother to us all. Right. So anyway, she gave my cousin away that I never met till I was 30 years old. Then turned around and had 7 more kids.
No shit.
All right. She had turned around after you done gave her away. So the first 2 had different fathers. Then him and his brother ended up having different fathers because his brother because my cousin's a Gadite. He's the only Gadite in that whole family. All right. So even though he and my other cousin, the one that's a Marine like me, they have the same name, but they got different fathers.
Wow.
So I don't want to go into all to the details and stuff like that. But the point is that happened close to home with me. And again, my oldest sister has a different father. So that's just something that we went through. All right? Somebody got that scripture?
It's a curse. Elder mother, like I said, my parents split when I was 3. Thank the Lord, I still had my dad in my life and my grandparents, and that's why I'm so heavy into my culture and stuff. Right? But I was predominantly with my mother, right? But then my dad would come get me.
Right.
I'm a Reubenite. My younger half brother, he's Judah, and then the other two are Benjamin.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So,
Like to that
I
crib.
can, we all grew up like that,
So
man.
the old, go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
This is Matthew 16, I'm going to start at 2. And he answered and said unto them, when is evening? Yea, say it will be far wherewith, for the sky is red. In the morning it will be fall, whether the day, for the sky in the red in lowering, or ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? A wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto you, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. And he left them and departed.
Right? So we're a wicked and adulterous generation that seeketh after a sign.
And we
They
the
don't even want to
sign.
believe the record that was written.
They don't want to believe the sign.
Okay? Okay? So, but nevertheless, you know, just to change up the vibration a little bit, we're just going to go into some current events.
Okay.
And I'd like to talk about, give me that, what's that scripture that says if they, I think it's in Proverbs 26. They said they say something.
Oh,
It meant
22
for-
to 24?
Con,
Or
you know what I'm
25?
saying? When
Yeah.
they say something, they really mean. When they say
Yeah.
something good, they really mean something bad.
Proverbs 26 and 24.
Con, Bible
Start at
shot.
24, I think it's at 25.
Proverbs 26 and 24. He that hateth disassembleth with his lips,
There we go.
and layeth up deceit within him.
So when he say that we going to war to preserve democracy and help these people and set these people free, no, you're going to war because you want somebody's substance.
Yeah.
Before your own, to feed your own belly and your own needs.
Damn thief.
All right, go continue.
When he speaketh fair, believe him not,
Yep.
for there are 7 abominations in his heart, whose hatred is covered by deceit. His wickedness shall be shown before the whole congregation.
Right, and so Esau's just being called out, and mainly by his women. Job 27 and 15. And I'm going to read this article, or this AI overview about former Army Intelligence Officer Josephine Gilbo, all right, and what she did. And basically, there was no threat to America by Iran. And then she broke down what terrorism mean, and the only terrorist act was really committed by the Israeli and the you know and the Israelites and the U.S.
I
government.
got another that.
Because she broke down what the word means, and she's a former intelligence officer whose job was counterterrorism, and she broke down. She's a counterterrorist officer, and she broke down what terrorism is, and then she broke down the actions that were just done. And so when you threatening or committing violence to either to coerce, meaning scare someone, or create fear, or you actually commit an act where you harm and hurt and kill people, it's to sway people to do something that you want them to do. And basically, she's saying that that's what America, what the current president just did.
Put him under duress.
Now, right, and unfortunately, like we keep telling you, unfortunately for America, they ran up on Iran and didn't realize that Iran had those hands.
Yep.
Right, and Iran gave them the business, and they ended up on the mats like my girl Barbara last night. Eyes wide open, laid out, not knowing what the hell she
Or like that Nigerian dude.
Right, him too. Right?
Oh, Prophecy said the weak say I'm strong.
Yeah.
Everybody got hands now. You ain't no bully on the block.
See, in America, it's right. America so used to being a bully. The truth is, America don't really got no skills. They just a big bad bully, big as hell, go around pushing everybody around, and all of a sudden they pushed on somebody.
lunch money.
Right, there you go. And they ran up on the wrong one. They had them hands.
Yeah.
What DMX say? He said, "Now you laying on your back, staring at the roof of the church."
There you go.
No, see, that
Telling
goes
the
to a
truth
lack
and it
of
hurts.
discipline too. Which
Okay.
you brothers, man, I know most of you brothers are into the arts, like I am as well. Elder Malcolm, what's the first, when you learn any form of combat training, right? Whether you was in the military, whether you MMA, boxing, karate, jiu-jitsu, like whatever form of combat, when you do it, the main thing, like I said, even Bruce Lee, you know, Bruce Lee was one of my idols I looked up to growing up. when you learn how to fight, it's for defense only, right? And you're taught discipline because if you know you're dangerous, man. You got hands, like the elder said, you can kill somebody, man.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
Right? So you ain't going out there and pick. You don't go out picking fights.
Yeah,
You
we got
understand?
Cobra Kai here.
Right.
The thing behind it is that, you know, like you said, for defense purposes only. And the whole thing is that we don't train to start fights. We train to finish fights.
That's right.
Right.
We don't start it. You know. Matter of fact, I don't own, you know, except for when I whooped a couple gangbanger niggas quite a few times. I've never thrown.
He legendary.
I've never been the one to just walk, you know, throw the first punch. You know, I usually would try to always seek the way of peace. Now I will be honest. There's a couple times when I sought the way of peace, hoping they would do something. But I still try to give them that option to like look, bro, let's don't do. Let's like you know. Or I asking the guy to leave. You can't be in the club no more. You did something else, and then he decide he looking me up and down. He think he can take me, then he try something, and then you find out that he on the highlight reel. It happens. Okay.
The reason I brought that up, Elder, not the country.
But that's what happened with America.
That was the analogy. Elder, that was the analogy that I was trying to get across. I love to use analogies. Oh man, like how would I like to use parables? Yeah, how would I did that? So analogies, parables, same thing. Same thing. That's the reason I brought that up. And you never overmatch yourself. Same thing, the same parable. I said this to y'all the other night, I believe. Hey, even if you know how to, like bro, like I said, you know, we know how to handle ourselves. I know how to handle myself. The Elder Malcolm, but like, Elder Malcolm ain't gonna go, like if he walk out this door right now and walk up and there's 5 niggas on the corner.
Relax.
He ain't gonna go, no, he's gonna probably cross the street and avoid them. Like it says in Proverbs. He ain't gonna go up there and say, look, man, I know.
Y'all get the fuck off this block.
I know what I know. Yo, something y'all niggas wanna fight?
Oh, it says simple passive phones are not punished.
You understand? You never overmatch yourself.
That's right, man.
And this is what Trump is doing, which is cool. We love it.
Right.
Because the elites, the small hats up top, and the small hats on top, they telling him to do it. But you know what? Brothers, we supposed to love it.
Right.
You know what Apostle Tahar said last week? Matter of fact, well, let me see. Okay, I'm here now with y'all.
Okay.
I talked to Apostle Tahar like a week and a half ago on the phone. And every time I call him, you know, me and him end up being on the phone for like an hour and a half, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I miss him, he miss me. So when I do call him, you know, I don't be wanting to, like how y'all be, I don't be wanting to bother him, man. But he be like, look, brother, man, I'm good, I got water. You know, but whatever, man. So when I call him, it's special. But anyways, he said, hey, man, no, brother, look, man, no, we love Trump. We support him because he's the guy that's going to help get us out of here.
Negro
Lord.
2.0.
He's the guy because these other moles ain't doing nothing, man. But this dude is, man, I love it.
He's proud.
I was happy when he got elected.
Well,
I was happy. I celebrated.
We need that.
Because I knew he was going to do exactly
what he's doing.
I knew it.
His pump.
You got to preach that, brother.
Come on.
And to add to your Psalms 11:5, it said, the Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence is soul hated.
That's
All
a
right.
good one, bro.
So now bring out that Job 27, and we're gonna read about Miss Josephine Gilboa and how she's going against white male domination and rulership right now. Go ahead.
This is the book of Job 27:15. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep.
Right. So his widow should not weep, and his women are coming against him on every stage. All right. But on this one, Josephine Gilboa, a former U.S. Army intelligence officer and activist, message. She publicly urged the commander of the USS Tripoli to stop the ship and turn it around, warning of complicity of war crimes and death. All right. Background: Gilboa was previously spoken out of 2024 to the demand to ceasefire in Gaza. Well, they don't tell about her background because I believe not only was she an Army intelligence officer, but I do believe she also worked for the CIA. So this broad has been around the block. All right. But it says former U.S. intelligence analyst Josephine Gilboa has urged for a turnaround of the USS Triple E, warning Captain Patrick J. Sullivan that continuing their mission makes them complicit in war crimes and potential deaths of U.S. Marines. Her message focuses on hating military actions and reverse the course. So that's AI trying to put a negative spin on it. But she's saying that all this is being done under false pretenses. And you got more generals and more soldiers that are refusing. There's videos all over the internet now, all over YouTube. Someone can probably go find one. Hint. That of this thing. And I watched the video earlier when she spoke about how when she broke down what terrorism meant, and then she broke down the Tomahawk missiles that hit that school to kill those 160 girls. All right? And what I didn't know is that the modern Tomahawk missiles, they also have cameras on them, so you get a live action view of the destruction that you're doing. So they know. So what that's telling you is that they knew exactly what they were doing, which is why when she started her speech, she broke down terrorism and what it is, and basically that was a terrorist act committed by our government when they bombed that school, because it wasn't an accident. All right, it wasn't Israel. Well, you know, it all points back to the JOOs. All right, to the Israelites over there, but they knew, because each missile has a camera on it, so you get to see see the destruction that you get. And supposedly, according to her, there was 3 missiles that hit. At least that's what until I stopped watching it. I heard about number 3, but she said number 1, when it hit, all the death that happened, the girls scattered and ran.
Wow.
All right, the ones that were still alive. You know, everybody running from the destruction, the ones that's not buried and blown to pieces or burning to death. And they ran for the sanctuary. They ran to the church. So these, not only that, these girls were Christian girls. All right, and we're going over there to give what? Democracy and free to citizens and Christian this and Christian that and white Jesus. All is a fucking lie. That's right. All the people pushing white Jesus are racist, hateful people. That's right. That want to kill anybody, put anyone to death that's not pale like them.
You want to know why, Elder? I'm going to tell you why. Because realistically, it's never changed. Remember back in the 60s, I believe it was, down there in Birmingham, I believe it was Birmingham, Alabama, right? Malcolm X went crazy over that shit. He wanted to kill crack. Well, anyways, they blew up the church. Yeah. Them crackers firebombed the church with the little girls. Yeah, I remember little black girls, little black kids in there, fucked up. Yeah. Right? He bombed the church. Right? So and that leads into what's going on, like what they doing to the Mother Nations, which we don't give 2 shits about the Mother Nations, right? But it's a pattern of behavior. If y'all understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it's a pattern of behavior. Yeah, but Esau.
Christians.
Yeah, well,
Jesus.
Now let's go further back in time, right? I studied with the 60s, right? Well, no, let's stay in the 60s for a hot second. They blew up the church. Them crackers killed all them little girls, little black junk girls, right? And then move a little further back, the Indian boarding school system. Okay, remember that came out recently too. It was a big thing. Yeah. But I already knew that shit. I already knew about it. My grandparents, were in the Indian boarding school system when they were young, back in like the 30s or something like 40s. My grandparents, they were killing the Native American kids. Them nuns, them fucking freak nuns, and them freak ass Catholic priests. They were molesting the kids, the Native kids. All your stuff like this, you couldn't have. They'll take this and rip it and burn it in front of you, cut your hair. You couldn't speak your language, man, it was torture, right? And that's just on top of everything else they did to us, right? Then go back in time, right? Yeah, slavery, yeah. Niggas gonna still talk about slavery because it happened. It happened. How did black folks get here? Motherfucker. Right? And then you did all these atrocities, and this was over a 500-year period. Slavery. Man, it's some brutal shit. Y'all seen the movie? It wasn't no fuck movies, it was reality.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, remember 12 Years a Slave, Roots, Mandingo, Drum, them movies showed you what was going on, man. Like, everybody know, but then even after that, the Jim Crow era, right? Over here, what they did to us over here, stealing our land. Right over here, where we sitting right now, in Chicago, man, this is native land.
You know what, Apostle? Not far from here, barely a mile from here, is Iroquois Landing. It's Iroquois Landing. I ain't seen one Iroquois yet.
No.
All right, then it takes you right into South Deering because of all the deer over there. And all the you know, you got all the swamping, like over where I stayed, that was all swamping and stuff. And you go off on them back roads, you know, that's all you're going to see. And there's a lot of deer and coyotes and, you know, Wolf Lake and all the wildlife out there. But that was Iroquois land.
Yeah.
And when you you know how when you get off to take 103rd, when we going toward my house, that exit, that's Iroquois landing. So all those houses and those homes where we always see that big ass hawk flying around, that's Iroquois landing.
You got some hawks out there, man?
Yeah, oh, there's a lot of them. They're all over the city. You know,
they eat good.
Yeah, your cats and dogs get outside, they live. They eat good.
Well, that's it, man. Just keep your cats in there.
Yeah, the cat is always in danger of
But these devils, man, right? And have y'all ever heard of the Black Hawk Wars?
Oh yeah. Yeah. About Chief Black Hawk?
Yes.
And now they named the Black Hawks after them. I get mad about that every time I think
that
about it.
was right here.
Yeah.
That was in Illinois. Oh, and by the way, the great emancipator Abraham Lincoln, he was a part of that campaign. What? This was way before he became president. This is when he was still like this is when he was still a young man. Yeah. He was a part of the militia army that killed the Black Hawk Indian Chief Black Hawk and his people. Okay, matter of fact, that was the oh my God, Chief Black Hawk was a chief for the tribe. That tribe that was here. This is their land. It'll come to me, man. It will come to me. Oh my God, it'll come to me, man. But Chief Black Hawk was the chief.
So that's two different things. The fight in line, because Illinois is the Illini as well.
Yeah, the fight in Illini, but that was a different tribe.
It's a different tribe, but the tribe that owns Illinois, these lands, it'll come to me, man. It'll come to me. Not the Puspatuk, man.
McCoway, known in English as Black Hawk, was a Sauk leader and warrior.
Second Fox.
All right. And warrior who lived in the future Midwestern United States, although he had inherited an important historical. Let me click on it.
That Sauk Trail out there.
Yeah.
The historic sacred bundle from his father. He was a hereditary. He was a hereditary civil chief. Black Hawk earned his status as a war chief or captain by his actions, leading, raiding, and war parties as a young man. Then at the band of Sauk warriors during the Black Hawk War of 1832. And let's see if they tell the truth.
The second Fox.
It says, during the War of 1812, Black Hawk fought on the side of the British against the U.S. Wonder why? In the hope of pushing white American settlers away from Sauk territory. Later, led a band of Sauk and Meskwaki warriors known as the British Band against white settlers in Illinois in present-day Wisconsin during
the Meskwaki.
During the 1832 Black Hawk War. After the war, he was captured by U.S. forces and taken to the eastern U.S., where he and his other leaders were taken on tour for several cities. So they will parade them like trophies.
Just like they did to Geronimo, which his real name is Goyatla. That was his real name, Goyatla. There's a whole other story behind why they called him Geronimo.
Wow.
I'll explain that later. Goyatla. Just like they did the Sitting Bull with the fucking Buffalo Bill Cody. They put him there and they traveled the world, right? Put us in parades. After they conquered us, put us in fucking parades, And the Edomites clapped. Look at the Indians, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same shit.
It says shortly before being released from custody, Black Hawk told his story to an interpreter, aided also by the newspaper reporter. He published the autobiography, Makaktawai Shakaya Kayak, or Black Hawk Embracing the Traditions of the Nation in 1833, the first Native American autobiography to be published in the U.S. His book became an intermediate bestseller and has gone through several editions. Black Hawk died in 1838 at age 70 or 71 in what became southeastern Iowa. He has been honored by enduring legacy. His book, many eponyms and other tributes. And I also heard that they killed his daughter and raped his wife.
Yeah.
I heard a story about that.
Oh no, that was going on. They were doing all kind of atrocities.
That's why he fought so hard against white
Yeah.
men. And was trying. He basically, Black Hawk wanted to clear America. And how many times you heard me say that by the time the Edomites started coming to the Midwest, they already had heard what had happened out east. So by the time they got to the fighting Illini, that's why you think they call them the fighting Illini.
Yeah.
While they got here and started pushing west, they were met with
Resistance.
With resistance.
Yeah.
By the time and by the time they got to them crazy ass Comanche, Lakota,
Oh boy.
and Apache, it was on.
So he was more like a Z-Lock in those days.
Basically,
They were.
Yeah.
But you know what? You had to be.
Yeah.
Fuck that. What you gonna do, bro?
Yeah.
You gonna be a man and fight, or you just gonna lay down?
Somebody coming and taking your lands and snatching up your women and your young boys and your
Children.
what you expect to happen.
So
The other day
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
the other day we talked
I'm getting
about
worked up, man.
what was that? The last sit down. I think we spoke up. Pocahontas came up, and we told the true story of Pocahontas, and that it wasn't a love story. And how John Smith raped her. He killed her husband. She was married. He killed her husband, killed her son, and kidnapped her. All right, that's the real story of Pocahontas. You know,
And
it wasn't some beautiful love story, like I said, with them holding hands and spinning around in the flowers. You know, that wasn't what happened, man. All right, she didn't go willingly with him.
And the Northern Kingdom was over here for like 1,700 years. So imagine how much murder Esau then came over, because they conquered from east to the west.
They killed from east to west, from north to South America.
Canada, yeah.
They landed in Brazil and worked their way up,
Yep,
and they between from the time of Cristobal Colon till now, hundreds and hundreds of millions, man. In that book, what book is that? I think that's I think that was in Bartholomew de las Casas, one of his writings. He said that when they got to the island of Hispaniola, we know that that's Haiti and
Dominican Republic. Yeah.
He said that
the first slaves
they were dark brown people, and that they looked like anthills. There was so many of them. There was so many jakes in those islands that they were like the sand of the sea. There was so many jakes in just Hispaniola around and the neighboring islands, and they killed millions of them. All right, and then they came over there, and Esau was just so nasty. He just came over there, and then he killed them with that.
Yeah.
Then niggas start getting snot noses and headaches and the flu. Like, what the fuck is this?
Now
this nigga just breathed on me.
Right. So it was a particular movie, man. It showed them, man, that shit, bro, just mentioned, bro. The bodies was piled up. They was just stacking them, bro. Like burying them with the open graves. You know how they just pile them up. Just all sneezing. These diseases, because they were fucking the animals on their way here, man. So a lot of those diseases. You know that the shit that we know Fauci was doing, he was doing what called.
I'm pretty sure gonorrhea has something to do with goats or sheep.
Yeah.
So that's that. Yeah.
Bestiality.
So I saw, you can find this video on YouTube. There was a video that I watched many years ago, and I did a lesson on it. It's probably about 15 years ago, and it was talking about how these explorers landed in the Canary Islands. You know, so that's them Japhites, them Japhetic people, all in the islands and stuff. And they said they landed in the Canary Islands, and they got off the ship and all they did was they start shooting people with their muskets.
Yeah.
And then when they left the Canary Islands, they raped, robbed, and pillaged, and they left all the people full of syphilis and herpes.
Wicked.
All right, it's like you showed up, all right, got drunk, raped some people, left them with syphilis and herpes.
Yep.
Get them nasty crackers all over. Can you imagine, man?
Just take your
Nasty
ass over where you was at.
crackers, like all that. Like when they got here, you know, our beautiful, pretty native women.
Yeah.
Fucking crackers pumping out women.
Taking one shower a month.
Yeah.
Right.
Could you
One
imagine?
shower a month.
So I understand, man. I do understand the Israelite woman having that anger in her and shit like that. Cause imagine, and by the way, Elder, we were clean. I'm talking about, well, all of our people
As a
were.
people, we had to be.
We were clean people.
Right.
Okay? Southern and Northern Kingdom. But as far as we speaking up, we're on the native issue. And I know this for a fact. Our people were clean over here.
Yeah.
And the Northern, the Native Americans, we were clean, bro. The fucking white man with his Hollywood, right?
Betrayed us.
We were savages. We were this. We were that. We were uncivilized people. That's bullshit.
Going back to the title, MSM, mainstream media lies.
Mainstream.
Hollywood lies. There is all.
See what I'm saying? We all dealing with infirmities, and this devil done fucked us over generations. I know this for a fact, man. You always, in the old traditional days, right? The old traditional, we were over here before Esau came, or when this devil first came, and I know because I was raised up in a traditional way. When I would be back amongst my people, when the old days, man, the old days, the old days. I mean, what you talking about? The old traditional days,
Right.
Our ancestors.
Horse and buggy days.
When you were hunting, and even before that,
God.
okay, in a tribal system. I said we're all a tribe here.
Right.
This is a council. This is what we call the council fire. This is the council fire, man, right here. And then you have your chiefs, your elders, and so on and so forth. You always set up shop near a water system, a clean water system.
Scriptures always say that.
I had this on deck.
Please,
Starved
brother.
Rock.
You don't mind, Elder, if you read that?
Well, it was
Starved Rock.
Starved Rock is about an hour and 20 minutes away. And when we used to go out to Norwell and North, matter of fact, I believe you went out there one a timeshare years ago that we used to have.
I might have.
Yeah, you and the Apostle Rama came out there one time, D-Match and so forth. But and I wish I would have known about it then because we would have took a trip pretty true with him. But I've been over to Starved Rock, and matter of fact, I was just showing Yaki some images, and you're talking about clean water. Waterfalls. Big Jake don't even know you got canyons and caverns and caves and waterfalls.
Right.
Just an hour away. Jake don't go nowhere.
And wasn't it a standoff there?
Yes.
That's why they call it Starved Rock.
Yeah,
There's a guy that starved to death because they cut him off and they couldn't get food or hunt.
And that started between because
They were resisting.
It was intertribal. It was Ottawa against the Illinois, but that's because they were having beef with Esau, and so that caused beef with them. So one of the tribes said, "Well, we're gonna trap them there," and they trapped them there. That's why it's called Starved Rock. And all the natives that were there, they all got starved to death. So now we go pick flowers and go to the lake and the waterfalls over our people, our ancestors.
As a matter of fact, it's their dead bodies that made the ground so fertile
That's it.
and made everything grow like that. So
Ain't that a bitch?
yeah, so Esau is a motherfucker, man.
And he started it. They didn't have that beef before until Esau came in.
Esau
and
started it.
they started
And then he would turn us against each other.
Yeah.
Exactly. Divide and conquer.
The book that I have at home by Alain Gallet, it breaks that down. How they would come in and you saw the conquistadors, would link up and promise this tribe will help you get gold or we'll help you do that and this and that and the other if you help us defeat that tribe.
Right.
And so you saw the tribes going to war and Esau with them with their armor and their muskets and shit and the tribes fighting each other. All right. And then they would turn around and after they get what they want, they would do the same thing with another tribe to come in and remove them. So they would constantly, just supplanting Jake, and playing Jacob. They were supplanting Jake and getting the tribes to
turn on each
fight
other.
Right, turn on each other, and then they would support one side to help kill off the others. And then when they got them, then by the time Jake realized what was going on. The numbers was too small to fight back.
Right.
I got a scripture.
Esau is building his numbers up, and there you go. But he got a scripture. I know you.
Now let him read his. Elder Malcolm, get that for me, Baba Kushah. You know, we brought it out. Me and you have brought it out. Yeah, that'd be crazy if it's the same scripture. His words were smoother than butter.
Oh, con.
Can you get that for me, Baba Kushah, Elder? And brother, you read yours.
Go ahead, baby. This is Rock 13 and 6. I get to the point. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, "What warnest thou?" So, like you said,
What you need?
Go help us take them down. We'll put give you place, right? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice.
Damn.
And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. So that's what Esau would do, man. They use you and they use you up, shit.
Yeah.
All right, and laugh at you, bring you down, come against you. That's Sirach 12. Never trust thy enemy.
Yeah.
Overthrow thee.
That's what they do with these celebrities.
Yeah.
And until they done with you, or you wake up to their bullshit and start trying to speak against them like Kanye.
Yeah. Hey, Zaquan. When I was a shorty, when I was real little, my mother told me about the devil. I didn't know, because I didn't have the truth then. I was probably 5, 6 years old. She read the Bible to me. I didn't know who the devil was, but one thing my mother always told me is he will use you up until he don't need you no more and get rid of you. And that's exactly what he does, man.
That's what he's done.
I have one more quick thing. That's cool.
That cool.
This 2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into angel of light. Esau, frame his mischief by peace. All right, frame mischief by law. So he'll say these men are savages. We got to do this to them. Meanwhile, when you look into the Aztecs' sewage system,
Yeah.
all right,
Good.
their sewage system and their aqueducts is still famed to this day. And I just read a snippet of it. One part. The Aztec sewage system was a highly efficient, sustainable waste management system that prioritized cleanliness and nutrient recycling.
Wow.
Then it goes into what they did, kept the lakes clean. And the very last thing it says, the system of recycling human nutrients for agriculture helped ensure the city was in many ways cleaner than many European cities of the same era.
That's right.
Which often suffer from lack of waste management. So you got this devil coming over here saying these men are savages. Meanwhile, they had this great aqueduct system, this great sewage system.
Right.
They have fucking canoes to carry waste management out, reuse this shit. But in France, you got them screaming out, "Look out!"
Typhoid and shit.
Right. Because they throwing shit
Get out the
down
window.
street.
Yeah, and the Thames is full of
above,
shit.
man.
The Thames River in London full of shit. People getting sick from dissension, like all that.
Matter of fact, I want to read the scripture that the Apostle called for.
The Olympics.
But you also have to remember too that what do they call them? Stacks, high heel shoes. That invention came about so people wouldn't have to step in their feet.
Step over shit.
They would be above the shit. And that's also where umbrellas came from. The umbrellas wasn't for rain.
Right.
Umbrellas was to protect piss and flying shit that was flying out of windows
Jeez,
from
motherfucker.
France.
In Europe.
Because you walk down the street in Europe where white people live, white people live. And and all of a sudden, piss and shit is flying out the window.
That's what I'm saying. The pot of piss and the window going down.
There it is. All right, that's their history. Okay,
After they displaced us. And that was after they displaced us, because when we were there, we had all that.
Yeah.
We had councils. Matter of fact, the council to this day, going back, had heated wooden floors. They had they were piping warm water
Heated marble floors.
under the foundation, so the floors were warm. They had from sewage to irrigation to the so-called, what they call it, the Moors. They the ones who started the universities and the colleges and the teaching. Esau
Oxford was started by Jakes.
Yes, sir. Esau came and corrupted it all, and then took the credit.
Hey, put his name on it. Let me read the scripture,
Yes, sir.
brother. This is Psalms 55:20.
Perfect.
And he hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Ooh, broken the covenant.
Right? He
How many
sat down.
treaties?
Alive.
Over 400.
Right?
Over 400.
And he's still doing it. Was he not sitting down with the Iranians when they attacked them twice?
Yep.
Right.
Right? It says, but war was in his heart and in his mind. His words were softer than oil, yet he had drawn sword. So I'm sitting down at the table with you, discussing peace, and I lean over to my man. So you go ahead and hit that shit.
Yeah.
Right. They tell them to go ahead and do it. I don't do
Right.
it.
Hit
That the second Matthew.
And so my man, we sitting up talking, and somebody whispering in his ears, like, sir, we just been attacked, sir.
Got him drunk.
Who was it?
What?
And then his other aide is like, hey, this that nigga crossing the cable, sir. Right. So
That's why I say never trust thy enemy.
Yeah, that's about
He
it.
ain't about peace.
get it. Bring the scripture.
Oh, what's that other scripture in the Apocrypha? Y'all,
I got
somebody
it.
gonna put that on deck. Beware of that
I got it.
enemy that croucheth and winketh with the eyes.
Oh, I said the same. Yep, it's right here.
Okay.
It's Sirach chapter 12. Sirach 12, I'm going to start at 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, that's those smooth words the elders just reading, man. That's him humbling himself.
Right.
Right? But what it says, 7 abominations be in his heart, though. Right? It say, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Once you got rust on your car, like if you got a car, truck, whatever it might be,
Yeah, you got to grind that off.
that's the only way. You can't, because that shit is gonna keep rust.
Yeah.
Once rust setting in something, it's like a cancer.
Yeah.
It's just gonna, and the whole shit, man.
It's like that iron, apostle.
Yeah.
You know how you leave that wood in the iron? You try to iron out with that crispy white shirt you just get. It's
all stained out.
shoot that brown shit like, God damn.
No, because what'll happen, I know I had cars like that. You was buy them bullshit cars back in the days. Once that rust get under the, I understand why brothers just said, fuck it, we gonna start financing shit. Once that rust gets under the bottom of your car,
It's over.
okay, it's there, right? And then you might get away with it for like a couple of years, but eventually what will happen, that's when your muffler, like was that rust, will start just, shit will start falling off. And eventually, like, you know, let's say your axle and your certain shit, once it gets too rusty, man, and I'm not no mechanic, but you know, like Apostle God said, you have so many different cars, after a while, you become like a makeshift mechanic.
Start learning stuff.
That's
You
true.
start learning, you start picking, you said, fuck it, man, you learn how to change your own.
That's why Esau stopped putting that computer shit in.
That's why he started right.
Yeah,
You know, he went
Yeah.
away from carburetors to fuel injection.
Carburetors, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you had a carbureted car, you know, you check the first thing you check is your carburetor, your battery, or your
Very simple.
or your distributor cap. It was
Cut.
that simple. Your
Cut.
problem usually lies between those things, and then you can fix those things really easy.
Yeah, cut.
So yeah, even if you
gotta
get
come in here.
some guys are better than others at it.
Some guys are better than others.
You know, I hear the stories about Pop's father. You know, some guys were better at fixing Pops is handy with cars, and so is the rabbi. So, but these newer cars is not as easy,
Got machine on it.
right?
Because it's Esau, well, that goes
You don't want
into
to
Esau
go
trying to
there.
make money.
too.
Yeah.
And they putting computers and chips in
Yeah.
these cars so they can keep track on your ass.
That's what it's all about. Well, so that when the shit go down, you know, they can just shut off all the cars.
Yeah.
You notice in every apocalyptic movie, every Civil War
old
movie, every
school.
zombie movie, there's nothing but parking lots on all the highways.
Yeah.
Can I give you that definition?
All right.
Elon Musk, when the draft, he said, you know, if anybody running from the draft, he said if they headed towards the border.
Who the fuck is he to speak?
Right.
He ain't even from here.
Yeah.
He's an African American.
Silent.
Right. That's funny.
Stupid.
My little grandson said it this morning because he watched Martin for the first time, and he just thought that was so funny. So he's running around the house on silence, silence, young punk. So go ahead, brother.
Just going to what ESO does is called obsolescence. Obsolescence.
Purposeful.
Right.
Obsolescence.
Purposeful obsolescence is the process of an item, technology, or practice becoming outdated, unused, or inefficient, typically replaced by newer innovations. But they make it to break down.
Yes,
So,
that's why you get updates on your phone over and over again.
Yeah.
Because the updates come because eventually it's going to make your phone unusable.
Yes.
And most people try to hold on to their phone as long as they can until all of a sudden
It just don't work.
Even though you clear out room and get rid of stuff, it's still you just keep losing more and more video time and more. You know, it's like, damn, I done got rid of everything.
Right. They call it technically planned obsolescence.
Yeah, so planned obsolescence.
Designing products to have limited intentional lifespan, so users must purchase new ones.
There you go. Or you have to continually buy the parts.
Yeah.
Update.
Like I said, the automotive industry has been like that. My dad was in the midst of it. We could repair any fucking thing, but at the same time, when he had a woman that had that kind of cheddar, every 2 years she would put, hey, you take that Cadillac back, this, that, and that, because they were designed for you to get rid of it after the 3rd year.
Pops, that's the whole point of the pharmaceutical company. It's not, they're not in the business. At least there's no business in healing people.
Exactly.
Just to treat you.
It's to treat you. They keep coming back like a drug addict, man.
Let's not even go into that. That's
a whole different story.
Well, that's the American system.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
And everything.
Am I right? That's a whole nother fucking.
No, matter what whatever you look into, it's designed that way.
That's a whole nother video.
Right.
That right there with the fucking fumble. Y'all know what that means anyway.
Witchcraft.
And that goes back to the Greeks and the Romans. Really, it goes back to ancient Babylon.
Yes.
That's all witchcraft. The Sadduceus. Hey, young blood. That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother video, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
another thing that show you how weak Esau is too, because like I went into this, like even with the way they make the parts now, they use aluminum instead of using iron.
Right.
So like my truck, my Suburban is an old school truck, so my control arms are iron. So you don't have to buy a new control arm. You change the bushings, keep it going. The new cars, you hit a bump, that bitch will crack.
It'll bend.
It'll crack, it'll bend. You get into a car accident. Your whole
Front
suspension
end,
is fucked.
So
It's
the
total.
whole thing is that it's total. Now you got to pay to get a new car.
Even with the motors,
It's a fucking
my
system.
motor, we need to change the timing chain.
Yeah.
That was a rare thing because it was a chain. It was a literal chain.
A lot of plastic.
Yeah, now you got the belt.
Plastic guides. Now they got the chain and they got plastic guides. It's
Plastic
sitting on
teeth.
plastic on it with a metal chain that holds
That's underneath
tension.
the salt in Chicago.
So the
Yeah.
heat and it basically wears it down.
And it's designed to wear it down.
Wow.
And when the tensioner goes bad, the tensioner is plastic. Once that chain snapped, while your shit is running, the whole motor's gone.
You got rods,
it's gonna chew the whole
heads,
fucking
everything.
motor
Rods,
because
heads, all that.
it's running. Now the rods and everything's gonna go into the motor. It's designed to if it fails, and when it fails,
It's catastrophic.
That's why you
fucked.
that's why you have recalls in the same car.
So your car is good for number of parts now.
Right? It's not
They
good
have a
for
recall.
nothing. It's good for
I got a
track.
question for you, or any of you brothers in here that are familiar with cars. But the Spirit got us. Are you familiar with Fiats?
Oh, my dad worked on them.
My dad used to. My stepfather, he drove Fiat.
My dad used to work on them.
That's a garbage fucking car.
He used to drive them damn Fiats. Matter of fact, one of them little, was it the Triumph?
Fiats and Triumph.
Yeah, that Triumph. Yeah.
Fiats and Triumph.
He had a Triumph.
Right.
Right now I'm thinking about it, because it was a little bitty.
Little two-seater fucking.
Two-seater little sports car, because he thought it was cool.
Drop
and shit.
the top, right.
All right, but he was a cowboy in the damn Triumph. And he used to put them. I remember.
Sound like my type of guy.
He used to put them damn the chains on his wheels. for the winter.
Oh,
Movie his
okay.
car.
Wow.
Con,
People
yeah.
sliding all
You
over.
know,
Yeah, 'cause he worked for GM.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Like
I
the
So he
elder-
used to get his cars for for GM for cheap.
Cheap, right?
So he kept
Esau,
cars.
man. Esau, man. This devil, everything is all about money
Oh,
and control and power.
Yeah.
And the reason I asked about the Fiat, because we got a fucking car at our house sitting in the garage. My woman's
Them old
daughter.
ass Fiats are on point though.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
a
them
nice
new ones.
car. But the shit is like, yo, right now the car is sitting in our garage because her daughter left town, whatever, and the shit, we can't, well, I
Is
started.
it a new one?
Yeah, it's one of them
Yeah,
newer
that's-
ones.
I hear that's garbage. That's
It's one of them newer ones, brother.
Yeah, if you had an old classic one.
Yeah, like
I
a
can't forget
70
what
something,
year.
whatever.
I forget what year it is.
Yeah.
I would have to call my demon and ask her, but it's sitting in the garage. But her daughter left town. She went
And
on
you
the
can't get it
seas.
started.
Well, we got it started. You know, Issachar brother and I can't. Issachar been
Okay.
the best mechanics, by the way. One of the brothers in our camp, he came and we brought one of those, those things, those chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, charge box.
Charge box.
Yeah.
And I came over. His name Yanquab, the brother in our camp, Yanquab. He came. He got it going. We drove. We was driving the shit. But then that shit, you got to start it. You got to start it every day. But this is almost a brand new fucking car,
Wow.
right?
Yeah,
but the shit, brother, I paid for 2 batteries. I thought it was the battery. You know, I'm old school.
Right.
Or maybe the alternator.
It's probably electrical.
It's electrical.
Something's draining it.
Yeah, no, they got
But
grip.
that's-
They got. Go ahead. No, they got gremlins on them, man. Like I said, what I mean by that is, like I said, they design this shit, and I've been putting stuff in, even in our group me, where these new cars are designed, but at the same time, the car companies aren't even honoring the warranties on brand new shit.
Yeah.
Infinity, my Infinity. I was driving on the expressway one year, and
And that's supposed to be a top of the line car.
yes, and somebody, it was a metal something that was in the road because you couldn't see it until last second, couldn't swerve out the way, hit something on the car. I just remembered it. Everything was cool, whatever. I was starting to have the issues with the tire things underneath, and then I was say, "Oh, this is under warranty. I'm paying all this money to the warranty. They fixed this, they fixed that." I said, "What about this?" They said, "Nah, that's not covered in your warranty." Why? Because they had to pay a nice grip because it bent the shit. How is this something that was metal gonna bend metal to the point where it was horrible quality? But then they're gonna turn around and put the name and put a little leather, this and that, and then charge you $70,000-$80,000 for something that don't cost that much.
Because just changing
It's
the
the
bush,
American
what I
way.
say,
Right.
a bush is $20
Right.
$20
Right.
Right.
You pop them bitches out, put new ones in.
Hey.
A fucking control arm, $500.
I got a scripture for what we talking about. Hey, but this is the spirit. Hey, brother, the spirit is like the wind. We talking about like mechanical shit, but it all ties in.
This man's system is just designed to fucking
Huh.
corrode
And
and
it's
fall
falling.
Get back by
Everything ties in.
And it's falling, and he's embarrassed and he's shamed.
I want you brothers to understand something, man. And this is something I learned from Apostle Tahar, man. That's why, yeah, you know, like, hey, brother, like last night when this elder was bigging you up, man, in the spirit, and remember what the scriptures said, let another man esteem me. You know what I mean? And that goes for all you brothers, man. I'm sitting right over there, and I got emotional because when he did that, it just triggered me in a righteous way. That's why I sat there and I got emotional and, talking about Apostle Tahar, man. You know, and Apostle, you like Apostle Tahar. You like, no, look, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear, look, brother, because you're a humble brother. But the brother had to get off his chest what he had to say, man. You know what I mean? I'm the same way with Apostle Tahar. Like, hey, man, look, Apostle Tahar. Brothers in the room, man. No, Apostle Tahar, you're going to hear me, man. You're going to hear what I got to say. No, brother, you're going to listen, man. You're going to let me say what I got to say to you, brother. I have no words, man. I get choked up. Because, you know what I mean? Because what I'm saying, he taught us, right, that like everything ties in, man. Everything ties in. Like, we were just sitting there talking about cars, right? But it ties in. Because everything is spiritual. Let me get how Shah said, the spirit is like the wind. So there might be, who knows? Anything we go into in here tonight, right now, is spiritual. It might help a brother, even that. but it's like a big, what you said, Pops, an onion.
Yeah.
Peeling the onion back.
Layers.
There's layers, man. But then it still's gonna tie right back in to what, you got something there, Elder? Please.
He been holding one for a while.
Oh, let him read it, man.
But go ahead. I'm just letting you know he been holding the scripture. He got one too.
Okay, this just real quick. James 5:3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it will fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. Right. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord as Sabaoth. Everything that he does is fraudulent. It's all a lie. If he tell you this is he got some random cure, it's gonna kill you. All right. If he say I got a brand new car and it's gonna be the best car ever, the best gas mileage, it's gonna be the worst gas mileage. All right. They say, oh, I got this little thing you go plug into your car. It's gonna give you even better gas mileage. No, you're gonna pay more.
And guess what's a Zaquan? And nowadays, because the script is saying Daniel that knowledge shall increase, Jake is so keen about finding out the system of Esau and playing better than them.
Yes.
And now you
turn plastic to gas.
Yeah.
Now they trying to kill him.
And now you find out, like, wait a minute, this devil, he off.
Right.
He ain't rolling right because Jake started to get hipped onto like, man, wait a minute, if you just do it like this, and that's why his ass been exposed. Now it's like everybody on the internet has a gripe against this fucking Edomite, man. Yeah. This is spirit the Lord's put in the earth, man. But started from the prophets.
I got it.
Everybody fuck this devil, man.
I got a scripture.
He had one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Real quick, Psalm 82:4. Deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hand of the wicked. It said they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth out of course.
It said rid the poor and needy. Who is more poor and needy than so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man?
And he said they know not. Most Jake, they'll have no clue. Most Jake, they don't go doing no research.
They don't even give a
They're not going
fuck
to the library. They're not going to using the internet to actually learn about history and this thing in particular. They'll sit there and say, damn, Carver, okay, I'm on the bus for a while so I can come up with, to next year income tax where I might be able to give me another down payment, give me another car. Jake is just oblivious.
But everybody got a smartphone.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, and it shows you how this devil operate, man.
And he knows it. They know the tendencies of people, so they cater to the lack of wisdom that Jake has and use it against them. They have think tanks. They have literal think tanks of thousands and thousands of people who come up with every single thing possible damn near scenario. And then they say, what's going to be the best for us and cost the most for them, and how long we can have this go down. Like Willie Lynch said, we do this right, we can do this for $1,000.
Oh, that's bad too. The Willie Lynch letters. Have you brothers ever read those?
Yeah, I read that.
The Willie, man, that's nefarious.
That's right.
Yeah.
That shit is just straight fucking nefarious.
Man.
You're gonna tell me that this man ain't the devil. And then on top of that, right? They was using that. They came up with that for the Southern Kingdom, but it also works for the Northern Kingdom too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
They still using the same things to this day.
Yep.
Because light-skinned blacks against the dark-skinned blacks.
Old against young.
The old against the young. The man against the woman.
Putting the woman in authority.
Yep, the Northern Kingdom. Hey, let me explain something to y'all, man. I'm Northern Kingdom, Elder Malcolm, we're Northern Kingdom, this brother, and I grew up. I mean, I was around Southern Kingdom too. On my mother's Benjamin, but my dad is Reuben. I grew up on the Reds, and the light-skinned Indians against the dark-skinned Indians.
Yep.
Same shit.
Yep. Whether you have a tribal ID or you don't have a tribal ID.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? All that bullshit, man, it works. You know what I mean? And our people go for it because it'll really go back to the Willie Lynch, that Willie Lynch letter. That wasn't just meant for the Southern Kingdom. That was to be implemented amongst all the tribes.
Right.
But
It's the underlying thing behind all the courts system. We go try to take for the child support and all that. They all cater to the woman. It's the foundation of how to make sure to keep the Israelite male down.
That's it.
That's why he be coming with his tactics. Like I'm about to read right here, this First Thessalonians 5:3. And so, for when they say peace and safety, then some destruction come upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they should not escape. Because this devil come with these tactics to suppress people, to use his peace and safety bullshit to really get your mind to think, okay, everything cool, but he really coming with that sword. So he always being very devilish.
Crafty.
Yeah.
Matthias, go and say when he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly.
Exactly.
But at the end, you should know his wickedness.
His ulterior
You
motive
gotta have a
behind
rat to a cheese, right?
Exactly.
But the whole point is to trap you.
That's why the scripture say, woe to you that go down to Egypt for help, and
Yeah.
they have not asked from you. Because Esau not seeking to Yahweh Shemashah, they seeking to Esau.
Right.
Because you going after Esau, going after his fake dainties, and really you eating poison apples.
Yep.
He killing you.
Oh, the scripture said, eat and drink, he say with thee,
Right.
but his heart is not with thee.
Right.
He's always setting you up, man.
He's ready to stab you in the back, man.
Yeah.
He always got that little knife
Yep.
behind him.
Little dagger.
And then he just come, as soon as you turn around, he stab you.
Never
It's always
trust
a
him.
terror
Wait a
motive.
minute. Didn't we read that scripture? Didn't we just read that
Yeah, I
scripture?
got it right here.
But in their heart, they were drawing swords.
Yep.
Can we read that again? Baba Kushab?
This is I know the elder had read the Psalm 55.
The
It's
mouth
smooth
is
as
smoother
butter?
than butter.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
It's the same.
I believe that's the same scripture.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the same scripture.
this
You got it?
Sirach 12:10. Oh, you want to get that bit? Same
Yeah,
bit?
he called for a specific scripture.
Come.
This Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, for war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Yep.
Elder Malcolm, I've been going into that since the past couple of days. We didn't get how many videos since I've been here.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on now with Iran.
That's it.
Motherfucker sit there, oh, okay, cool. Now we're gonna come together, we're gonna talk, and then I'm bombing your fucking house.
Yep.
Whatever in that show, Games of Thrones, where they had, I forgot the little party they had, and it was all
The red wedding.
Yeah, it was all drinking, and then everybody all of a sudden getting sick, and they pulling out the sword, slaughtering them all up in the
That's
fucking
Rock
room.
13.
Yeah.
You brought that.
Oh, I got some Rock 13, not that
It
exact.
say you brought that like John
Validity.
And if I may say, okay, them heathens and brother, us here, we don't give two fucks about what they're doing to them heathens.
Word enough.
The Esau killing Esau killing the heathens killing. We don't care.
Fuck him.
We just using the shit as talking points to get the edification across and prophesy. You know what I mean? We don't give two fucks. They can kill all them Palestinians. They can kill all them Iranians. I don't give two fucks
That's right.
about them Iranians.
That's right.
None of them.
Give it
Man,
back.
none of them Edomites.
Let me get this one in.
But
Hold on.
I want to bring it back to the point of what we were talking about a little earlier. Our people, Israel, right? Especially among Northern Kingdom, and us, the native tribes, they did the same thing to us. So all I got to say is to them heathens, hey, welcome to the club.
Right.
Finally.
Okay.
Welcome to the club. Because they did that to us. Like, I can go into the history.
Welcome to your destruction.
Welcome, right? Because they would do that to us. And they would meet with the tribes and make treaties with us, right?
Yep.
And then, okay, look, you fly this American flag over your camp, and the soldiers, we will not attack. You signed after you didn't sign the treaty, and so we're gonna give you guys allotments and this, that, the other, and then the fucking following day, the fucking cavalry will come and just massacre the whole village.
Oh, you didn't read the fine print.
Because no one is on defense anymore. They didn't put their guns down. They put their guard down.
Yep.
They gave them credence.
Yeah.
The scripture says.
Esau always been a bitch nigga like that.
And then we would have an American flag. That happened to Chief, I believe, Bigfoot. They have the American flag flying in the camp. And then when these and they would always attack at dawn. Because people are still sleeping.
Yep.
That's the most vulnerable point.
The
man.
same way Esau attacked when he came to attack the young ones. He didn't come in the front where the soldiers was at. He want to go around and attack the women and the children from the backside, man, like a hoe, man.
Hey, they just did that. I was like I said, I started rewatching The Last Kingdom, and that's the same bitch shit they did in that. They came out to meet them in battle, and they weren't there. They left the city of London.
Mm-hmm.
They came into London, and but then they went and attacked the camp where women and children.
Yeah.
Fucking them up.
Isn't that one of the primary differences between Reuben and Gad? Reuben never signed any.
Oh no, we never signed treaties.
Reuben never surrendered. Matter of fact, we beat their ass.
You beat their ass, bro.
That was a war where 3,000 Reubenite soldiers went up against 30,000 Edomite cavalry and brought their numbers down to 3,000. So they basically killed 27,000.
We never signed treaties. And then when they come, we retreated into the swamps.
Yeah.
We just retreated, and then Esau couldn't deal with them. He cut in yoke style,
And they were
man.
forced to make a treaty.
Yo.
Esau came and was like, look, please, we want to. And then they backstabbed us on that.
Yeah, they did. You know, to this day, Malcolm, man.
Trail of
To
Tears.
this day, well, the Trail of Tears, well, that's involved in now. There was some Reubenites on the Trail of Tears too. It wasn't just a Cherokee.
Right.
It was what they call the 5 civilized tribes. But to this day, I got some news for you. We are still considered, our tribe, our people, us. It's still on file. Esau, don't forget. We're still considered enemy combatants.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I read that.
Well,
The Seminoles, we're
is
still
what it is.
considered enemy combatants. So at any given time, if they know you're Seminole or you have Seminole bloodline, they can come any given time and just try to snatch us up. Just for that alone. Because we never signed a treaty. There was never any treaty signed.
Yeah.
It's really just a ceasefire.
I think a lot of Reubenites had mixed with Judah too, right? Down
Yeah,
south.
well that came along because
that's
that's
the whole
how
story of John Horse.
John Horse. Well, let me tell you about John Horse. John Horse was really a Reubenite. His mother was Judah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was.
Well, Esau liked to tell it, the way around. I knew he was a Reubenite.
His father was of native Seminole blood. His mother was, a woman that was like a runaway slave because
Right.
the slaves would run away when we took them in. We took in the runaway slaves and we set them up with their own land and stuff like that. And they were our allies, our friends. And we was like, hey man, and then of course there was intermarriage and shit like that. And because but you know what, man? And then they became known as the Black Seminoles. That's where that whole phrase for Black Seminoles came from, because those were the Judites. But when they came, they were adopted into the tribe. So they started wearing the native stuff. They learned our language, and then the main thing was we found out that there were similarities because a lot of them, which the white man called African customs, but it's really Israelite customs.
Right.
And we like, we got a kinship, man. And then the white man came and said, look, you Indians, we ain't got no problem with y'all, which is a lie. You just read the scripture. Give us, turn back over them slaves to us, and we won't bother you.
God.
And we pretty much told them to go fuck themselves, right? We told them to go fuck themselves, right? But them Black Seminoles, right? They were like, man, they fought. And our thing was like, hey, man, well, look, brothers, we got y'all back. Y'all have our back. So it was like Reuben and Judah. We told them, look, man, when these devils come, y'all got to be on deck to fight. And
That's one of my favorite scenes.
And they were.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they were the most vicious.
They were. They fucked them up.
Because they wasn't trying to go back into slavery. They were like, fuck you, man. I ain't going back to that way of life.
Right.
So we'll die. We'll all die together.
What was that movie? Was it 12 Years a Slave when they was running through the forest?
Yeah, he ran into them
And
Gadites.
they ran into the Gadites, and then there was a freezing thing that was like, oh shit. And the very next scene, they was up there drinking and
partying and shit.
They were just watching their hands dance, bro.
Yeah, man. So that's what it was. So Reuben and Judah, it was like fuck that. We knew, hey man, these are brothers. You know what I mean? So that's what that was. And Esau, we told Esau to go fuck himself. Just come on down. This is what we're gonna do, right? That's what it is. So this devil, right? The white man, he's just a real devil.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I got one too, brother. This is Jeremiah 15:33. And it says, Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Their Redeemer is strong. Yahweh of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause.
And the Lord is pleading our cause by you, brothers. The truth. How is that happening? What are you brothers doing? What are we doing right now?
Silent crying.
Yes, con, you're absolutely right. But what are y'all doing? What are we doing here? Y'all teaching. Y'all doing the work. You brothers going out on the line, on the camp. You know, we're doing the video right now, pleading his cause. The Lord, by who? The prophets. So, hey man, you brothers, this is a glorious work.
Here's the scripture.
And I'm not done, brother.
Oh, my bad.
And he in couples of things. This is that he may give rest in the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. He's gonna put he's gonna shut these proud motherfuckers up, man. All right. The Lord is going to destroy Esau, Edom. All right.
Yeah.
And he's starting with this system of things, and you see the division and the separation of his women from him. Edomite women collectively are not really effing with white men right now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and the heathen women want Jake. They telling Jake to come overseas.
Yeah.
They telling Jake to go. You know, come on, black man, please come.
Oh, if I may, this is Sirach, Salakia. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. So all the ills and infirmities of the world, it's going back to this lie IQ Edomite.
Right.
And the whole world is exposing that. Like everything in society is made to be broken. Everything is poisonous. All right. Everything is meant to kill you.
Yeah.
All right. Everything is just anti-life. And the devil hates that. How dare you fucking niggers and engines? How dare you expose me on a global scale? You know. How dare y'all point that out, man?
And he's exposing himself. The information we get from you.
That's right.
Talking about, bro, I just learned this shit last week, but it's just so fucked up. How they were openly sterilizing the women in Puerto Rico. The women that refused the sterilization got pushed off the job force. And it reached a point where women of pregnable age, 40% of them were sterilized.
Wow.
All right, you told us this. This is how we know this shit, man. You the fucking devil.
That's the devil,
that
man.
was done in darkness shall come to the light. All right. The guy, the one guy, I think it's Ohio. They was doing experiments.
Tuskegee or
no, Ohio.
Yes, that too.
Okay, but Ohio. No, what was in Ohio? I thought Tuskegee was in Ohio. But what year in Ohio?
Oh, it's all good. You got scripture.
I got one.
I remember back in the day, for the brothers who know in the 90s, they used to put some in church's chicken and they used to make so-called black man sterile. That was like a little thing going around. No, for real. No, that's some real shit. They were saying that, like, we don't eat
Brother,
brothers.
are you serious, man?
There was also
in the food.
There was also what was the movie where it was in the beer, the anaconda.
That was Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite.
Oh God.
So they've been put. That's
malt liquor and all types.
So the point being is that what that really means is that they've been attacking us.
Yeah,
food.
Exactly.
That's all it is. They putting chemicals in the food.
Yep.
They're putting things into the meat, things into the
water.
And I believe that some of the things that they tried to do, they were really scientifically generated to attack Jake.
Yeah.
But it's messing up Esau too.
Yeah,
that's
right. There was a Edomite woman. She brought out how she was milk in Jake neighborhoods, and the milk was radioactive.
Wow.
I was just
Paint
watching the
projects,
movie.
Yeah, I
too.
think I remember that.
You did
Now, this paint everywhere was what had that lead in it. I don't
Especially
know
in
about the
Oakdale
radioactive.
Garden.
No, but with Esau, it was a woman who went to St. Louis, and she was doing studies on Jake, in the paint, and you know how they put asbestos and all that. All that was to fuck Jake up. And she found out that they was doing. That's why they call them the projects, the fucking science experiment.
Right.
So she found out that the paint was radioactive. So the paint was affecting the children. Why you see a lot of nigglets that don't understand right from wrong. That's coming because they got that radioactive
Project
shit.
mentality.
The shit fuck with their mental. So even when it comes to like the fetal alcohol syndrome and all that, it showed the same shit where they don't understand right from wrong. This is why you see a lot of these little niggas.
What you mean I can't push
same-
him down the stairs?
Right. And it's the same thing these little niggas doing today. You think they remodeling the project? No, they remodeling it, but they putting shit in the paint and in the ceilings and shit to fuck Jake up.
Yo, the Malcolm, let me tell you something about
So you sleeping under, you eating under it,
Eating under it.
taking
project.
showers and sleeping up.
And then there was another
the projects
story.
in New York City.
Yep.
Right? The projects, when I came up from Florida, I stayed in the projects for a time. But from an aerial view,
I know.
and
Texas.
you already know, right?
Chicago
There's
too.
New York, Chicago too.
Chicago too.
Green.
Like basically the drop.
Yeah, those ones along State Street.
Stayway Gardens.
Yeah, those ones that's still there on State Street.
Robert Taylor.
Not Strawberry Taylor Home's gone. The one on State Street near downtown.
Oh,
It
okay.
used to be 22nd, but it's tore down now.
Lawless?
Those.
Yeah, from
21st State.
From 31st Street.
Yeah, whatever it
They tore all them
is,
down
it's like it's in the 20s or the 30s.
Yeah, from 31st
You
down.
got a whole row
25th
of
Street.
projects. All of those are like a T.
They
And
tore
so
them down
when
now.
you fly over them, you can see that they're X.
Bombs.
So when planes are flying over them, they know what to bomb.
Yeah.
They made them in
Wow.
teams on purpose. All the projects are built that way. And the projects usually have Northern and Southern Kingdom in it.
Yeah.
And there was another thing that just came out. I forgot which project it was, but they put blowers on top of the project buildings, and they was spraying Jake with shit.
Oh, that's over here in open the hundreds.
Yeah.
Ardale Gardens.
Ardale Gardens.
Right by that motherfucking chemical factory. Everybody got infected over there with that shit.
A lot of
Yeah.
people was getting sick
Yeah.
when they came from the war.
Right. So they was spraying Jake, and they was telling him like, "What is this for?" It was like, "Oh no, we just doing, trying to." They gave some bullshit excuse. The whole time Esau in hazmat suits.
Yep.
And they riding around in cars, right?
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be.
Brother, the people that control the food is called FDA, Food Drug Administration.
Right.
What you think they doing?
They're administrating drugs.
That was a military branch. That was a military. They dealt with military equipment before they dealt with like chemical military shit before they even dealt with food.
Chemical warfare.
That shows you what? This is a war on your ass.
Yeah.
Chemical warfare.
This is
Spiritual,
warfare,
yeah,
nigga.
spiritual
And when
warfare,
that
man.
scripture come to life, that we shall eat poison and live.
Yep.
When it's really is because the shit
Literally, it means literally.
because even when you go into the ingredients in the food, this
Yeah.
is why we just need Yahweh. We gotta
Yep.
get the fuck out of here.
That's right.
Brother, you take a shower, don't you know your shower got all type of shit?
Your skin
You got
is-
eczema.
Well, it just rained metals down.
Right,
That shit gets into the water supply.
Yeah.
When you clean yourself,
Man.
Your pores are open.
this is your biggest appendage. This
Yep, the
is
sponge.
is your body,
Yeah.
your skin, your biggest organ, and it absorbs everything. All right, so one way or another, we like you said, brother. Yashawan's famous
We
words.
gotta get the fuck out of here.
Brother, we gotta get out.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you got forever.
You know, we really gotta go.
You
Yeah.
got forever chemicals. Hey, cause listen, man, I was just talking. Before we did it live, we did it live earlier, and I said this, man. I said, listen, there is no human solution to the fucking shit that's been done to this earth right now, bro. We need the Lord, bro. There's a whole fucking ocean of fucking plastic, bro. There's chemical radiation being spilled into the ocean. No human, let's say there was a righteous king to rise up right now that was just a person.
How you gonna clean it?
He couldn't fucking do it, bro. We need a God to do this shit.
I got some, bro.
Got herpes. Because Esau fucking them.
I got some of what you said.
Let's get them last scriptures, man.
I got some what it's Sirach 10:10. The physician cut it off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow should die. So the physician is Yahushua. He had to come back and kill this fucking cancer, which is this fucking devil.
Take out this unrighteous, crazy king. What was in Game of Thrones? What was that called? The Maniac King or
the Mad King?
The Mad King. Yeah, we got to get rid of the Mad King, man.
Yeah.
The
Right?
man
And the Lord is coming to do it. He read it again, Baba Bashar.
Yeah, this Sirach 10:10. The physician cut it off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die.
There it is, man. So the kings of today, tomorrow gonna die. They're going into slavery first, though. Then they're gonna die.
That's right.
Let's go down the line, brother. What you got?
This is Obadiah 1:5. It says, if thieves came to thee, and robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out?
This fucking devil went in. I'm sorry to cut you.
You got it?
Yeah, but I can't help it, man.
Yeah, of course.
If the grape gatherers came to be, would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Yep.
Trump, we're taking Greenland. We're doing this. We're taking your oil. We're taking your resources. We're taking everything. And that goes back to ancient Israel. What I mean is, I'm explaining it to you. When we was coming out of Egypt, going into the promised land, right, when the law was established and set up, Israel, our people, we had a welfare system. We had a welfare system.
Rounded the corners of the...
What happened if you had land, right? You had, like, let's say you had a grape, a vineyard, you had an apple tree, you had an orange tree. That was the law. That was in our law.
You left the corners.
You left some there for the poor.
You left the corners.
You don't glean
Yeah, because you had certain Israelites who weren't as fortunate as others. So if some poor brothers or sisters came by, a family or whatever, man, they was allowed to come on your property and
get the corners.
Yeah, pick a couple of apples or oranges or grapes, whatever, man. Because the whole system was set up that we were supposed to take care of each other.
Matter of fact, the scripture said, if you see your brother in decay, you're supposed to restore him.
Yeah.
That's in our law. If you see one of your peoples and they, fell on bad times, and you had the means to help them,
especially if you're capable.
Come on, right? You had the means, right?
You got the means to do it. So, like, look, I got all this land, brother. You know what? You can set up over here.
Come on.
Yep. And I got some trees and fruit on it. You can feed right there.
Or even if you have some some cattle that you can slaughter one of my oxen. Feed you and your family, man, and y'all want to deal.
Right. So now you got milk and you can breed your own. And whatever.
Yeah. Right. And then you work the deal. So well, look, brother, you like what y'all saying. And yeah, man, okay, well, look, brother, I'll tell you what, you can come and you and your family, relax, brother, just rest, take a couple of days, get your thoughts right.
Get your bearings.
And get your bearings, and then we'll, on this day, we're going to sit down and have counsel and, sip some yayan, the men, and say, look, we'll work a deal. You could work for me, maybe you could work for me, you could help me. That way you would get on your feet. That was the whole righteous system of our law. Right. So that's why with the brothers reading Obadiah, I'm going to let you finish, man. If the grape gatherers came, would they not leave some grapes? See, you got to know the scriptures. You got to fully...
They would because it was in the law. They would because it was in the law.
It was in the law. But this devil, Esau's the type of motherfucker that... He's the type of motherfucker, he don't even honor the land Sabbath, man. Yeah. And Gad and Reuben, we knew about that.
That's why y'all moved around.
Gun. You can't deplete the resources of one particular area, man. We knew that. The natives, we knew that, right? You hunt in a particular area, you might plant gardens, and you might have been there for 7 years, let's say. But then you say, okay, well, let's move.
Give it a rest.
To another area and let this area replenish. We'll come back in a few years, man. The Aztecs knew that. The Mayans, they set up certain permanent dwellings, but even in then, they would still. So let's go set up.
Migrate, move around.
Migrate a little. We'll come back here in 10 years. Because if you just stay in one fucking area and you just keep killing and hunting all the animals, all the deer, all the buffalo, after a while it's gonna deplete.
Hey, and animals are not dumb. They go say, okay, hold on, we dying over here. Let's move around a little bit. That's what they gonna do.
You understand? So that's why we understood that. That's why the scripture says what? The Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Lord. You understand? So we the Israelites, man. So we did that, but then the fucking white man, Esau, right? The white man. He is just a monster. He's a vampire, right?
That's right.
One area, he set up all these fucking cities, and that's why all of us, man, no matter how much we work out or we do what we got to do, all of us got fucking spinal problems.
Right, yeah.
All of us got spinal problems.
That's right.
We all got like fucked up shit. Because what did he do? He sets up fucking cities, these fucking
concrete jungle.
Concrete, and walking on this concrete, brother, you're gonna be fucked up.
Walking in the mountains all day.
And it's fine concrete.
Yeah, walking. That shit got us fucked up. Brother, why y'all think we got like, when you try to stand up sometimes, you gotta crack your back, or have a brother crack your back for you, or you know what I mean? We wearing these fucking stupid
leg
with
ankle
rubber,
injuries.
which is not conductive to, it's not conducive to charge yourself. We're electrical beings. We're supposed to have things that is nature on the bottom of our feet, leather, wood, sole, leather sole, so you can grab. That's where I was looking for. We can ground.
The earth is alive, man. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Y'all know that. See, and Gad and Reuben, we knew that. That's why what we used to say, the earth is our mother. The earth is alive. Even a rock is alive. The trees are alive.
Right.
Okay, the earth breathes and lives, man.
It mourns.
Well, I grew up learning this shit. The earth is alive, man. When you touch a rock, and Esau in his mind, it's just a fucking rock. It's just that rock. Even that rock has a spirit or a soul to it. The earth itself is a living organism. We're living organisms. The Lord, Yahweh Shah, created it that way, man. You understand? So when you walking, whether you go barefoot or like Gary and Reuben, even all of us, all of we wore moccasins. The moccasins was what? Made out of animal hide. So when you walking, man, next time you brothers in the woods somewhere, walk barefoot. And you're gonna see a difference, man. Because we're supposed to, it's like, a phone charger. In order for your phone to charge.
Like you put your phone on one of them chargers and it charges itself.
It charges up.
You ain't gotta plug it in, you just put it on there.
But we're cut off, man. We're fucking cut off from the source, from the light. And then this devil putting concrete over everything and just being a devil. This man gotta go down.
That's right.
He gotta fucking go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bottom line. I'm sorry. Can you finish that, brother?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna let you brothers get your...
The last part here says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? So, hey, Esau Edom, man, like, these thieves will come, they'll steal till they have enough. But Esau Edom, he doesn't stop, man. He's on stolen land, and now he's in the Middle East, continuing to steal the resources out there. He's never going to stop, man, and the whole earth is starting to search these things out, man. They're starting to come out. And that's that son of perdition going to be revealed, man. Once he gets revealed, it's going to be over, man.
No, that's why Psalms 49, he think his house continue forever. That's why if you look at the old school sci-fi movies, he said, space, the final frontier. If Yahweh don't stop this devil, he ain't gonna make it no way, but this devil think he gonna go colonize other planets and shit.
Right.
He gonna know.
Well, he keeps saying that dumb shit.
Right.
But he knows he can't go past Savannah Island.
That's right.
All right. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of, it's the three holy children 1 and 9. And thou did deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of God, to an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world. So like the apostle said, this nigga gotta go, bro. He gotta go. The scriptures also say, shall the earth be forsaken for thee? All right, the wicked, he'll tear himself in his anger. All right, and that's why it says in the book of Revelation, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. But woe to the inhabitants of the earth, because the devil is coming down upon you with great wrath, because he know he had but a short time.
Yep.
So he knows his time is running out. So he got that attitude like, if I can't get it, I'm gonna kill every motherfucking body.
Yeah.
There gotta be the time we in, because this nigga just went from Venezuela
Yeah.
straight to Iran on bullshit while doing tests in with South Korea again. And North Korea let the missiles off the show. We can test you if we wanted to. They let off 8 missiles, man. So we can get you if we wanted to.
Yeah.
It's that time.
And you know what? And the major threat is what? The prophets.
That's it.
It said that in the prophecy, Revelation 11 chapter, it said, then they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them that saw it.
Yeah, and what the world is seeing is the greatest threat to the world is Esau Edom.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And through via America, and the whole world is in agreement
Yeah.
with that. Read the last scripture, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, this is 2 Corinthians 13 and 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
Perfect.
All the things, everything that's going, no matter how bleak or how bad, is still for the fulfillment of Yahweh Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
What he's going to have happen.
That's right.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Hey,
That's a
so
great
with that,
ending.
you know, we hope this was an edifying lesson. We're going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekakodash.
Kwam Yasharallah.
Kwam Yasharallah. Abba Babal.
Turn those machines off. Go to the side.
Pops, that was solid. See that?